So hello, good morning friends, and today is Tuesday and I'm making this random video for Flutter interview questions that how easy to crack the Flutter interview. So let's discuss step by step that what are the topics which you just need to cover if you are going for the Flutter interview. So in just a couple of days or in 3 to 4 days, you can complete everything in Flutter, and you can also create a particular demo for it. So let's start step by step. Okay. So first of all, you just need to revise Dart because whatever developing we are doing in the Flutter, everything is Dart. And currently Swift is also there. So currently you need not to know about the Swift, but you can also know. But Dart, you should focus on Dart first if you are going to senior level Flutter interview. Everything in Dart like OOPS concept you should know, basics, data types, and everything which is there in Dart you should know. Okay. And yeah, there might be the logical questions in the Flutter interview that like string manipulations questions and other stuffs like array, two-dimensional array, etc. So once you complete the Dart, you can go for these logical questions because for the senior level interview they are asking for it. Apart from that, there is a Flutter basics. Once that and logical questions complete, you can start for the Flutter basics. And in the Flutter basics, you can create sample projects for that. Yeah, they can also ask for the what is the difference between widget tree, element tree, render tree. So that basic you should know. Then you can also be aware about the life cycles, that is widget life cycle, okay, application life cycle of Flutter, widget life cycle of the Flutter. And yeah, you can also be aware of native Android life cycle and uh, iOS life cycle. In Android you can be aware of activity life cycle and fragment life cycle as well. Okay, so that is necessary. Apart from that, there is a, yeah, interviewer might ask you that what are the tools which you are using for the debugging or let's say for optimization. So in that case, you can be you should be aware of Flutter developer tools which we are using. Okay, Flutter developer tools, and for profiling we can use in the Android Studio. For the profiling, we are using Flutter developer tools. Okay. And for the warnings resolving everything, we can use the linting. So about what is linting and what everything you can be aware of. Okay. Apart from that, Flutter UI and navigation. Why Flutter UI and navigation? Because many interviewer asking that what are the latest UI or what are the latest widgets you are using mostly while developing the Flutter applications. So whatever the latest UI, like field button is there, list view builder, you should be aware of list view builder and different properties of the list view builder. Uh, and then rest of the UI widgets which you should know. Apart from that, UI is there and navigation. Yeah, for navigation you can be revise for the routes package. Okay. And they might also ask you that how you manage routes. Do you create separate file for routes management or how you are managing? So you should be aware of it. That is Flutter UI and navigation. Then the next thing which you should do is the local database management. That is SharedPreferences. You should be aware of how to manage SharedPreferences. Then for the local database, you can know about Hive. Okay, you can go with the Hive. It is okay if you know SQ flight package, but Hive is the best. I recommend Hive, using Hive. So Hive is there, and apart from that, local database Hive, you can know everything about Hive, that what classes, what are the adapters which we are creating in the Hive, that all stuffs you should be aware of. So once you finish local database management, you can be aware of API integration with the HTTP or DAO package, and go deep in the DAO package, because interviewer may ask about the different DAO interceptors and what are the exact way of implementing this APIs, particular JSON APIs. Apart from this JSON parsing, they might also be asked about the have you implemented any graph query language, that is the GraphQL API integration you have done or not. So just go for the GraphQL also, instead of just JSON parsing, that is the REST APIs. So instead of REST APIs, go for GraphQL also. So that is the local DB and API integration, and along with this, you should also be revise socket, that is socket.io package. Okay, what is the connection timeout, how we can cancel the connection, or how we can reconnect, everything you should be aware of. Apart from that, once you finish this local DB API integration and socket implementation, once you revise these things, you should be you should make demo for the use of method channel and event channel. You should know clear difference between method channel and event channel. This is for the native integration. Okay, when direct implementation is not possible with the Flutter, we should use native code, and how this communication between the native code and Flutter is being done, you should be aware of. And main is what is the difference between method channel and event channel. And they will also ask you that have you used event channel, then where you have used, what was the need of using event channel. Okay, so that is the thing you should be aware of. Then there is a animations, but this is not important, but you should be aware of the animations in the Flutter, that is implicit and explicit animations. Sometimes interviewers ask if there is a specific requirements in the job description, or if they mentioned that particular candidate should be aware of the every animations in the Flutter. So just revise once, that is what are the explicit animations, what are the implicit animations. Okay, and they are also using while we navigate between the screens. So once just revise for the animations. Then there is a after this, you should be aware of the Firebase, all the functionality of the Firebase, like Firebase push notifications, Firebase authentication, Firestore for storing data, Firebase real-time database is there. Okay, and once you finish Firebase integrations, which is also used for Crashlytics analytics. So Firebase authentication, Crashlytics analytics, push notifications, Firestore real-time database. Once you revise this, or once you complete this, you should be aware of the yeah, that is IAP, in-app purchases. In-app purchases means basic payment gateways like Stripe, PayUBs, PayPal. Okay, couple of payment gateways are okay. And yeah, interviewer can ask about the payment flow. Let's say if you are telling him or her that I have implemented it using Stripe, then they can ask the flow, what is the flow of payment gateway and how you can handle it. Okay, is there any server requirement or not? Then there is a subscription. Okay, subscriptions means they might ask you about the consumable non-consumable products, how you can manage it. So you have to revise it. This is the compulsory. Okay, because mostly in a job description it is there. So you should be aware of a couple of payment gateways and in a purchase, that subscriptions, how subscriptions renew, how what is the latest things to implement the subscriptions in the Flutter application. There is a two package, one is older package and something is new. If you know about that new package, comment in the comment in this comment in the comment section. Okay, and I will also comment there. Okay, So apart from that, once you know this much stuffs, you should be aware of particular state management. That provider is basic, but if you know block, okay, if you know block state management, then let's say if you are telling interviewer that I am aware about the block and I know everything in block, okay, then interviewer will ask only about block state management, nothing else, no other state management. This is I'm telling from my experience, because a when I have appeared for the interview, I told interview that I have experience about the provider. In the first Flutter project, I had experience with the Mobex because it was the old projects. So I have integrated it or worked with the Mobex. Then we have done a single project with the provider. Then we have done it with the GetX. So the Mobex, provider and GetX. I told interviewer that I have this three state managements knowledge. Okay. So they were asking me about the river code and block. Okay. You don't have experience in the block. So I said no, but I have basic idea. I can implement it. So what is the thing here I need to tell you is, if you know block properly, interviewer will ask you only about block. Okay. And yeah, with the state management, they can give you task about API implementation or API integration. A, he or she might tell you about, please implement it with the use of block and the latest coding structure, that is the clean architecture, or by following the solid principle. So in my case at that time I was unable to integrate it with the block, so they just told me, yeah, you can go with the provider. Okay. But the thing is that you should be aware of practical task also. Okay. uh, you can they because some interviewer also giving the practical task in the technical interview, not in the practical round, but in the technical interview sharing the screen. So that is the thing, state management and practical API demo, which I just told you. And then there is a tasting. Okay. Right now, I have worked in the total 1 2 3 companies. So in my first two companies, there were no much need of tasting, but in the recent company, the tasting is compulsory. Whatever you are developing in the Flutter application, you should be write test cases for that. So there is a three type of testing. You will be not three type of testing, but just you should know the unit testing. Okay. And widget testing is also there. So just go for the unit testing, widget testing, and get information about the sonar reports, etc. Okay. Integration testing you should revise. Okay. But it's okay if you not aware about the integration testing, but unit testing and widget testing you should be aware of. So that is the testing part with the Flutter. And interviewer might ask you about that, what packages are you using for the mocking API call, for mock the API. So there is a, I think, couple of packages, that is Mockito and Mocktail is also there. So you should be aware of it. Interviewer might ask it. Yeah. Then the I think in every interviewer they are asking that you are using any AI for coding on a daily basis. So yeah, there is a co-pilot is also, and other AI is also, okay, which you should add as a plugin in your Android Studio or Visual Studio. Apart from that, you should follow clean architecture. What is clean architecture, and how we are creating project structure, or how we are creating any project with the clean architecture? That is by following the data domain and presentation layer. And everything in this data domain and presentation layer are different with the different state management. Okay. With provider, with GetX, and with block, and with river pod, little difference is there, so just check it. Apart from that, solid principles, single responsibility principles, okay, interface aggregation principles, Lisco substitution principle, then open for extension, closed for modification, that is O, and the last is dependency inversion principle. So if you mention solid in your CV, they can ask that please explain D in solid. What is the D in solid? So you should be aware about it and you should be able to explain it properly. Okay, solid, all the 5 principles. Apart from that, CI/CD pipeline, that is, you can be aware of GitHub actions for that. Okay, if we are pushing code in particular branch, okay, it should be deploy automatically to the Play Store. Okay, so that is the CI/CD pipeline, continuous integration and continuous deployment you should be aware of. Apart from that, there is a app deployments, how you do app deployments with the internal, external track, etc. For both Android and iOS, you should be aware of. So these are the things which is necessary, and you can complete this in maximum 4 days. Okay, first 2 days you can complete Dart and Flutter basics with local DB, API integration, socket, and method and event channel demo. In the second day starts with the animations, okay, and animations and latest UI and Firebase related functionalities. Third day, you can start with the in-app purchases and payment gateways and deep linking management. Fourth day, you can start with the state management, that is block, any one block state management. You can go for the block. Okay, so that is the fourth day. You can go with the state management and practical API demo. And yeah, once this completes, you can go for the testing and rest of the things, that is AI, clean architecture, solid, and then next day you can go for the CI/CD pipeline and app deployments related stuffs. So in 4 to 5 days you can complete this Flutter interview preparation. And one thing is that you can also search in the chat GPT that what are the senior level interview questions. So it will give you all the questions, and if you tell give me it with answer, so you can also read it with the questions and answer. But these things you should do at the last. Okay, let's say interview is on 26, so on 25 you should do this, but before that you should complete this, all the things which I have told you. So let me know if you have any other doubts in the Flutter or anything related to Flutter. You want to know anything related to interview, anything related to Flutter interview. If you want to know, comment in the section. I will definitely help you. And yeah, thank you for all your support in a previous video which I have created related to 90% fail in Flutter interview, and I explained in that video that what are the latest topics or what you should be prepared for cracking Flutter interview. So I got a very positive response in that video, so thank you for that. And yeah, that's all in this video. We will meet in the next video, and again thank you for the watching, and I'm just completing this video. Thanks again. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.